really good job overall at creating like a vertical slice, so the loop that you want players to go through. One small thing was missing, like what do I do with the gold? Like, is this gold I'm stealing from the people that are trying to enter? Like, it didn't have a purpose, so I want to see like in the future iteration, like what I do with the gold. I think the time pressure was a good choice. You could help sell it a little bit more to players. Like, it seemed like there was a passing of like time throughout the day as you were letting more people through. So adding some sort of like escalating music or sound effects that helps, like where it's ticking down rapidly to kind of tell, like indicate that you're near the end of the day. The RNG-ness of the game was like really delightful in ways that I wasn't expecting. So I had like a guy in a suit of armor show up, and he didn't have his ticket and ID, so I kicked him. And he said something like, "Oh, I'll show you, I'll be back." And he immediately showed up next in the queue and he had all the tickets, so I actually laughed. I thought it was really funny. And then failure was kind of brutal. There were times where I would just lose and it was like just straight to jail. And it was like, what happened? What did I do wrong? And so like I followed the instructions and like it said kick all the guys in purple. I was like, what if they're wearing a little bit of purple? Like, do I kick them? So sometimes I wasn't quite sure. And I think there was like a little tiny robot guy, and I tried to fire him, and he was like, no, you lose. I'm like, he was a robot. This is what the instructions say. And then I saw the scary robot, and I was like, oh, that's a different robot. So, you know, just like it was good, a complete loop. You just want to clean up some of the, clean up some clarity on messaging for the next iteration.
I'll be quick. Very close to what Crystal's saying. That would really, and I think you'll hear this a lot today, really would have benefited from some explanation about why you lost or won, or some mouse over tool tips for the different elements that were within the bags. I wasn't sure at the beginning what it was a ticket and what was the ID. I had to guess. Lost a lot without being clear as to why. And then started double guessing things like, is that purple or is that actually blue? And I never did figure out the mechanics. Now watching the video, I now understand it. If we could have just gotten some of the information that was from this voiceover into the game, I think we would have been able to finish it and understand what happened, at least. And, other than that though, loved the art style. I like the concept a lot. It's a very cool game, and you get close to these things and you have trouble seeing what it looks like from fresh eyes. That's just an ongoing challenge and always will be in your career in the game industry. So not holding that totally against people, but I will note like that's a really important thing. Have people that have never played it before play it as often as possible, and you'll get a lot of that feedback. And people just don't know. They're there to have fun, and they don't know what they're supposed to be looking for. You should always try to have some guidance, especially at the beginning, to unveil that for them.
Yeah, just to kind of on the same note as Crystal, the messaging, right? One thing I loved about this game is it gave a very unique kind of vibes similar to Papers, Please. And that was a game I enjoyed a lot. One of the issues that I feel like that caused me to lose a lot was I didn't understand what the reputation was. I didn't even know it was there during my playthrough. Some extra messaging would have brought that to the surface so I could pay more attention to it. Another reason that I think might have contributed to me like losing could probably be the timer was still running as I was reading the instructions. So there was a point where I felt like maybe I need to go back to the instructions. The timer was still running. But overall, you know, like the other two judges have said, it's a really solid loop and a lot of fun. And I really love the different characters that came up. I love the sprinkle of comedy there. So yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, James.